Hello once again. It is time for the 2025-2026 National Hockey League season to begin. Awesome. How are you? Welcome back to the Smoking Puck, my Boston-based hockey column, now in video format. Just a little bit about me, your host. I'm Eric O'Sullivan, aka Reverend Sully, ordained minister of the internet, of the universal faith. Not one denomination, not all denominations. I'm a true maverick, a true original. And I look at things through a spiritual lens. It's really helped me. And hockey is probably what I would consider God's sport. It is. And through Buddhism, traveling even more east from India into China and Asia, and in Japan became Chuan Buddhism, which becomes Zen Buddhism in Japan. But in China, they have the concept of the yin and the yang, of balance. And there's a little bit of yang and the yin, and a little bit of yin and the yang. And so it goes. So, buttons. And, waiting for that door to close. So we can be alone together. Ah, boy, hopefully the elevator gets here before the bus people do. I heard the bus disembarking. It has a telltale sign. Oh, here it comes. Yeah, on my way to work, and it's opening night. Well, technically the NHL started yesterday in other markets and other teams and other places, but for us here in Boston, Massachusetts, the Bruins start their season tonight in Washington, D.C. against the Washington Capitals. That was a poop joke, yeah. And talking shit is it's a sports thing. It really is. It's part of the culture. If you're going to be oversensitive and you need a safe space, maybe suggest sports might not be for you. And so, yeah, we open up the season tonight in Washington on the road against Alex Ovechkin and his Washington Capitals. I think Ovi needs maybe like 5 more goals to... Yeah, the Fairgate is the cranky. Needs about 5 more goals to reach the milestone of 900 goals. Well, you can do it on another night. Not tonight. And then tomorrow, the Bruins start their home opener in an original 6 get down with the Chicago Blackhawks. One of my favorite NHL teams. I would love to go if I had the opportunity at a reasonable price. And I have the day off the next day, so I could go to the, if I would love to go to the game. I'm fresh from the last preseason game from last Saturday. I was blessed and grateful that my childhood best friend Brian Massey and his family took me with them to the Bruins versus the Rangers at the TD Garden, our home ice. Sat in the rafter seats, which was really interesting. They're as far as up as you can get. And you are on eye level with the championship banners and retired numbers. I mean, you know, the only person that gets higher than that is like the lighting person, the rigger for the lighting. Rig. R-I-G. I'm not saying anything about anyone. No more hate speech on this channel. Let's see. Forgot to bring a napkin to wipe off the bird poop off of the bench. Let's see. I can use my. Alrighty. So yeah, Bruins start at home tomorrow night against the Blackhawks, and should be fun. I mean, let's get it on. 82 games a season. No All-Star break this year because the NHL will be taking a quick hiatus so players can represent their countries in the 2026 Winter Olympics. That's interesting. You know, it comes and goes, and it's a lot of exposure for the great sport. Showing off the talent pool, the depth of the league, how truly international the league is. I think the only more international kind of sport would be soccer, like Premier League football, World Cup level FIFA stuff, you know. Good morning. How are you? So yeah, I went to the game on Saturday. The Bruins won 4-1. We were taking the elevator down. So the topmost level, that's also where the TV people are. And the scoreboard control room, we were right next door to it. I could tell from the DJ's sounds that it was TJ Conley, an old friend of mine. But he used to be up in the scoreboard control room, but he had his turntables moved somewhere else, like lower down in the bowl. I was like, "Yo, is TJ up here?" Tell him it's Sully. And yeah, TJ was he was the DJ at Fenway Park for a long time. He's the one that introduced "Dirty Water" as our victory song. TJ has, and he's also DJ'd for the Patriots. He's got a couple of world championship rings. He really does. He's a good guy too. What else? So yeah, we're taking the elevator down from the highest point in the TD Garden. I keep wanting to say TD Bank North Garden. It's not that. No, that's not the proper name. And on walks former Bruin and years-long color commentator Andy Brickley onto our elevator with me and Brian, his son, and his wife. And we were just like, we're from South Boston, nonplussed, nonchalant. We're Bruins fans. We're cool. He comes on to Andy Brickley comes on to the lift, to the elevator, and looks at us, gives us a head nod. I'm like, "Hi, Brick," because Brick is his nickname, of course, Brickley. And we got into a quick conversation with him because essentially we're all Bruins fans. He's one of us. And he's been associated with the team since he was a player. And he's a really good color commentator. So, but we got into a quick conversation. It's an elevator ride, less than, about a minute. And so we literally talked about who was the next captain. And I think Brian asked Brick, he's like, "Hey, who do you think the next captain's going to be?" We're kind of anxious to find out. And I said, "Well, my vote's for Zadorov." And he looks at me and he looks at me Brian. He's like, he nods his head. He's like, "Yeah, that's my feeling." He said, this is not a direct quote because I didn't write it down. This is a paraphrase. And it's not an interview. We ran into the TV color commentator and Bruins and hockey insider, former player Andy Brickley on the elevator. And I was like, "Yeah, Nikita Zadorov." He's like, "He's my choice for captain." And he kind of gives us the nod and he's like, "Yeah, that's pretty much the feeling." And that was so cool. And then ding, elevator opens. We're on the wrong level. Brick goes to his car. We get back onto another elevator to go up one more flight to hit the lobby. But overall, it was a fun time. What a fun time going to a hockey game. Still one of the best sports in the world. And I hope you get turned on to, if you're not a hockey fan, here's an interesting way to curate a love for it. People are like, "Oh, the puck moves too fast. I can't see where it's going next." It's just it goes back and forth and back and forth, and there. Pick a player, pick a number. It could be your favorite number. You could think, the person's the tallest person on the team, or the toughest, whatever your choice is. Like this year, my foci, the plural of focus is foci. But the numbers I'm paying attention to these years are number 91. That's Nikita Zadorov, my choice for captain of the squad. But also number 93, Fraser Minton, who came to us from Toronto in the Brandon Carlo trade last year. And apparently trading this young man upset Maple Leafs Nation a lot. So buttons. And so he's ours now. He's got hands, he's got eyes, and he's got a spot on the team. He is our rookie this year. So keep an eye on Fraser Minton for, potential rookie of the year stuff going forward. I've seen a few of the preseason games, the Prospects Challenge that was up in Buffalo. So it's already, the puck hasn't dropped on the season yet. I've already seen about maybe 4 games. So I've seen a lot of this kid, and he was one of the 3 players I was hoping would stick with the team. The other 2 were Ty Gallagher and Jake Schmaltz, defenseman Ty Gallagher and forward Jake Schmaltz, both who are the next level down in the American Hockey League with the Providence Bruins. And I can see those 2 coming up during the season to help out with injuries and whatnot. So what kind of a year are we going to have here in Boston? We don't know. We had a complete prolapse last year. We have no captain going into the season. We have, and that's maybe a good thing to have no hope and to have no expectations and no attachment to the end result. To be like, hey, let's take it as it comes, game by game. Hopefully they can, pull it together, string some wins, and then make the playoffs. Playoffs are great for teams, for cities, especially for the players. There's a lot of incentive bonuses in their contracts when they make the playoffs, and especially certain rounds of the playoffs. Like last year, with my poor Brad Marchand deal, he got dished to the Florida Panthers for a 2027 second-round draft pick. But since the Panthers won the Stanley Cup, or made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, we got their first-round draft pick now. That's the way it works in the National Hockey League. Other news this week, it was announced that former Bruins captain, probably one of the best free agent signings ever in the history of the game, Zdeno Chara, captain of the Bruins during our Stanley Cup win in 2011. Big Z, the tallest player ever, at 6'9". He's getting his number retired. That's cool. Number 33 will be hanging from the banners, from the rafters, for 2 teams. For Larry Bird, who's number 33, and now for Zdeno Chara, former Bruin. Who else is going to get their numbers retired? Probably Patrice Bergeron, number 37. Maybe Brad Marchand, 63. Years from now, like 6 or 7 years from now, after he retires, who knows? Does Brad Marchand deserve to have his number retired? I don't think so. Does Patrice Bergeron? Yes. Pretty much. Who else? You think Donnie Sweeney should have his number retired? He spent 14 of his 15 years in black and gold playing on the Bruins blue line. Regardless of what you think of him, as a GM, does that matter to the player? I'm a big Donnie Sweeney, the player fan. I really am. I got his jersey. Had it special ordered. Alrighty. Well, the train is on its way. Let's get ready to start our day. Let's get ready to start hockey season. The puck drops. And this has been the Smoking Puck, our Boston-based hockey vlog, hockey column, now in video format. That's what a vlog is, silly. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. We talk about a lot of things, pop culture, comic books. We talk about cooking, spirituality. We talk about hockey. We do. So drop the puck, lace him up, put on the foil. It's time for another season of NHL hockey. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you with more videos. Bye.